Hi, we are off on our 5-day adventure to Wales and Ireland for the Ireland BikeFest in Killarney.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the right one?
Yeah.
So unusually for us, this is one of our planned trips because we had to sort visas, etc. So this one's been booked in for a little while. Really looking forward to it. As much as we know where our destinations are, how to get there and the routes are still going to be a little bit on the fly. So we're just going to be deciding as and when we go down. The weather typically has been quite dry for the last 2 weeks, but the weather forecast seems to think that it has saved all of the rain for us today. It is changing a little bit, so fingers crossed we stay a little bit drier than anticipated. But at least I will get to test out my Kais gloves and see if the new set are actually waterproof. So where are we off to today? What is the route that you've planned? I've just found out this morning.
Well, we're going to Wales.
Well, I know that bit.
So we're just going to cut across from County Durham, across the North Pennines to Penrith. It's quite a nice road, that. And then we'll basically follow the M6, but not taking the M6, so we'll just run parallel to the M6 to Ormskirk, Liverpool. We'll be going through Liverpool. Right. And then when we get to Cheshire, we'll basically just take the A55 west to where we're staying near Holyhead. Yep. For the ferry tomorrow. So it should be a nice ride. We are still waiting for a back protector to come.
Yes, I should have ordered that a little bit sooner.
Yeah, hence why we haven't set off yet.
Yes.
And it is now currently 20 to 12.
Oops, my bad.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it should be in the next 20 minutes, hopefully. And we're all packed, all set, all ready. We will shoot off straight away. Yeah.
So if you want to see the video for Ireland and any of our other trips, then please subscribe. And if you've got any ideas of where we should be looking to go next, please feel free to comment because we're always looking for different suggestions.
Definitely.
So that would be great. See you soon.
See you in a bit.
And we are off.
We are off.
We are finally on our way to Ireland.
I know. I was so excited about this trip.
Yeah, it feels like it's taken forever. So booked it right back in December.
Mm-hmm.
Your Advent Christmas present.
Yeah. And then it felt like it was over in a flash.
I know. Yeah, it definitely did.
But it was so worth it.
Oh, it's been absolutely amazing. But to get here, even to this point now, setting off, finally, waiting for visas.
Yeah. Pro tip for you, if you want to go, well, anywhere outside the UK, don't be South African.
Yep.
It does you no favours.
It absolutely does not. You check 1 minute and it's fine, next minute, not so fine. This road was interesting.
I love this road. I love that part of the world as well, across the North Pennines. It's just such a fun road. I've cycled that road as well.
I can't believe you cycled along here. It was so bumpy. It was like a little mini roller coaster.
It was fun. And just so remote.
The whole place was gorgeous, wasn't it?
It was. And for anybody from the northeast, this is quite close to High Falls Waterfall. So it's actually one of the roads that you can take from Stanhope to High Falls, and yeah, just a lovely, lovely road.
It was quite surprising because I think before that point we were going through little villages, little towns really, so seeing lots of fields and lots of open space, but nothing quite as bumpy and roller coastery.
It was a nice near start to the ride.
Yeah, just as the wind was picking up.
Yeah, and we still had a long way to go after this. And bearing in mind we set off quite late.
We did, and I was hedging my bets a little bit because I was choosing between the Case gloves, heated, or the Alpine Stars gloves. I was between both.
But in typical Michelle fashion, you couldn't decide.
I couldn't decide, but then did choose the Alpine Stars because the sun was out at the time. So waterproof pants, waterproof top.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be tied up.
You didn't want to be tied up?
Yes.
I mean, you realise we went on a bike ride, right? I don't know what expectations you had.
Well, Kais loves to tie you up.
Well, guys need to mind their own business.
Yeah, so I didn't want to be connected to a lot of cables by Mr. Kais.
Yeah, Mr. Kais, the one Japanese person who owns Kais, Mr. Kais.
From 50 Shades of Kais. Yes.
Anyway, on a different note, this is where you needed some waterproof gloves.
Yes, and warm gloves because it was starting to get cold because it was rainy.
It was chilly here, yeah.
Yeah, so at this point I was regretting the decision slightly. But actually it wasn't freezing. It looks colder than it was at the time. It was just very, very windy. You can't really see it on the video yet, but we were being blown about at this point. We were. It was still fun at that point, but then obviously after being caught in the rain, nice stop, nice coffee. It was well earned at that point. It was well earned. Very much needed. But then look at this. Not long after that, we had some blue sky. It just changed. We had every single weather on the way down to Wales. We did. We just needed to get out of the northeast. That's all it was. Maybe. I think at this point I was still jealous over your scone. It was massive. It was absolutely huge. It was probably the biggest scone I've had in 43 years. Do you want to share a scone? And you looked at me as if I was absolutely off my head. Why would I share a scone? I can manage a full one. And then I chose a cheese scone and had to share yours anyway. Yeah, you did. So this is now coming into North Wales, and I mean, just such a contrast to where we've come from. The whole place was different weathers, different scenery, going over different bridges, different types of road. What was it like riding all of the different roads? Well, you know me, I mean, I just love riding. I just, as long as I'm out on a bike, it doesn't matter the road, I'm in my happy place. But then when you get to a place like this where, we've been to Wales so many times. Yeah, we have. And every time it just amazes me because it's just perfect. This year, the Britannia Bridge, which crosses from Bangor to the Isle of Anglesey, you can see there, we had a bit of a moment. There was a 30 mile an hour speed limit on the bridge for wind, and didn't think that the wind was just going to be quite as bad. And the video doesn't really do it justice. It really doesn't. But yeah, you had quite a scared moment, I think, didn't you? I did. The centre went off, so you didn't hear me scream. Well, we made it. So we are now in Wales. We are. 9.5 hours.
9.5 hours. We
Yep.
got there at 9:30. Left at, well, it was about 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
It was just after 12 actually. Quarter past or something maybe.
And you will have seen and already heard as part of today that we have seen all kinds of weathers. So freezing cold, warm, sunny,
Yeah.
rainy, and windy,
Yeah.
which we did not account for at all. Some parts of that have been that was fun.
Well, coming over the Britannia Bridge in Wales, and there was a moment,
Yes.
shall we say?
And my headphones had already gone off. My intercom had already gone off by that point. The battery had run flat.
Yeah.
Luckily for you.
Just as well.
Although I'm sure you still probably heard the
Just about.
in your head, knowing exactly what was happening in my
I
helmet.
was expecting the punch in the ribs.
So it has been eventful. It's still been lovely actually. It's been a really nice ride.
It's been across the North Pennines and then up, down the country and then across. It's been lovely. Just all back roads. Some were like proper back roads.
Panimo or type roads rather than Google.
Definitely.
So we are now waiting for pizza coming. It's going to be delivered, and tomorrow we're having a nice relaxing spa day before we get the ferry. So we will see you at the ferry tomorrow to tell you what check-in and everything is like for bikes. So
Should be straightforward.
hopefully.
Yeah. Right.
See you
tomorrow.
So we are here. We are on the ferry on our way to Ireland, to Dublin.
Yep.
And it has been relatively drama-free, other than some wind, some rain, a little wobble, until
My phone broke, so I put it in the locker at the spa where we stayed last night, and when I shut the door, the hinge must have pressed on the screen, and it is barely usable.
yeah, and that is our sat nav.
That's our sat nav, my music, everything else. So it means we're probably gonna have to talk to each other now.
No deal, mine's fine. Mine works.
But it's still workable, but
Yeah.
it's very, very difficult.
Well, you've got half a screen,
I've got
haven't
half a
you?
screen.
And can't really see it in the light,
It's
in
very
certain
dim.
lights. So
Yeah.
you're having to listen to instructions.
Yeah,
Or we're going to have to get good old maps out.
we'll have to get good old maps.
Well, I don't even know if people own them. Does anybody use them other than pirates now?
I imagine so. Old school pirates, not even the new ones.
Well, new ones might
Yeah.
use like boat sat navs or something.
Boat sat navs, GPS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boat sat navs. So, to actually get on the ferry and everything today though was really straightforward.
Yeah.
With a spot on time.
Yeah, very
And
smooth.
yeah, straight on, no issues, and just 3.5 hours to kill.
Yeah, so 5:20 now, 5:30 actually. We will get there by 7:20,
Yeah.
so just under 2 hours left. Just about halfway coming up to. So we will see you in the new country.
We'll see you in Ireland. Bye.
So we ended up taking the motorways from the ferry in Dublin all the way to Killarney, because obviously we landed there at 7:20, and we knew that it was going to be quite late before we got to our accommodation. We did make up for it though on the way back, because we took all the sort of coast road, stayed off the motorway until the very, very, very end, and it was just lovely.
But this was still gorgeous because, for a start, we're in Ireland.
It was exciting. Yeah.
It was really exciting, and the heat, as soon as we got off the ferry, just hit.
Yeah.
I actually felt like finally we're on holiday.
Yeah, it felt completely different.
Yeah. You know, that it was like a really warm air, wasn't it, when we came off, as if you were stepping off an aeroplane.
Yeah.
And the air conditioning on the ferry might have helped with that.
Yeah, we didn't have the classic Irish rain and Irish drizzle when we got off the ferry.
We didn't. So we are here in Ireland, as you can see, and we have the BikeFest to look forward to, some great parts of the Wild Atlantic Way. So if you want to see what trouble we can get into with half a sat-nav and two idiots with very little clue where we're going yet, then make sure you subscribe so you get next week's video.
That's all you need, 2 idiots and half a sat-nav and a bike.
Catch you next time.
See you next time.
Bye.